Hello friends, welcome to class. Flo again here with another Vinyasa flow practice, including breathing exercises and meditation towards the end. This is a little bit more advanced, or let's say intermediate version than the previous one I did. Similar theme, similar in the focus that we're putting in, but there will be more opportunities for handstands, for arm balances, and also a bit more intermediate breathing exercise. So if you are a beginner and completely new to the practice of yoga, then I would suggest you check up here to head to the beginner playlists and then pick one of the over 100 beginner videos that we have available for you. We'll begin today in Balasana, child's pose. Come into your position, your expression of child's pose. Let the upper body melt down. Let the forehead melt down to the ground. Close your eyes. Use the next several breaths to fully arrive, connect to the mat. Fully allow yourself to be here. Give yourself permission to practice now for the next 30 or 40 minutes or so. Start to deepen the breath and set up your Ujjayi breath, your guide through this practice, your guide through all the movements. It's the breath that always comes first, that initiates the movement. And it's the breath that we want to focus on in each of these poses and shapes and transitions that we're going to be doing on our mat today. And it's also the breath that's preparing us for even more breath and a better breath, as we will dive more into breathing exercises towards the end of the practice. But know that the whole class is a breathing exercise. Breathing in all these different shapes is the practice. With that breath, set your intention for the class today. Let's blink the eyes open, come into a tabletop. Let's begin the practice. Let's start to move. Come into a tabletop, come onto the toes. Slide the hands back. Let's begin with a wrist warm-up. Lean back into the toes, into the feet. With the arms straight, lean forward over the fingertips. Lean back. Forward. Back. Forward. And back. Bring the shoulders over the wrists and make a circle clockwise around the wrists, really feeling into a deep sensation in the wrist, moving into it, but nothing painful. Switch directions, counterclockwise. And the last one, rotate the hands so the fingertips are pointing towards the knees. Slide the hands more forward, lean back into the toes. With the arms straight, lean forward. One more time, lean back. Sit on the heels, shake out the hands. And let's come into a tabletop again. But this time walk the feet a little bit more forward, just so that the knees are not directly below the hips. Stay on the toes, press into the palms, lift the knees up. In animal flow we call this beast position. In yoga we like to call this turbo tabletop or turbo cat. So press into the inside of your hands. Push the ground away, arms straight. Keep the left knee hovering above the ground and draw the right knee to the chest. Chin to the chest as well. Then extend the right leg back, but keep the left knee hovering, just an inch or two. Right knee to the chest. And extend the right leg back. One more. Extend the right leg back. Right foot down. Back to beast position. Both knees down. Inhale, arch your back, look forward. Exhale, round your back for cat pose. Inhale for cow. Exhale, cat. Back to neutral. Let's come into beast again. Let's do the other side. First, arrive here with the breath. Now draw the left knee to the chest. Curl into a little ball. Extend the left leg back. Keep the right knee hovering above the ground. Left knee to the chest. Extend it back. Exhale, left knee to the chest. Inhale, extend back. Exhale, left foot down. Hold it there. Keep both knees hovering. Push the ground away. Release the knees down. Now untuck the toes. Inhale, arch your back. Look forward, cow pose. Exhale, cat, round your back. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Back to neutral. Extend the legs back for plank pose. Firm into the inner hands, tuck the tailbone, engage the core, engage the glutes. And let's send the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Move around a little bit in your downward dog if you need to. And let's use the right hand to reach towards the left leg so you can grab the thigh or go even lower down. And also, the lower you go, the more challenging it gets. Slowly pull yourself a bit more into this twist. Keep the left shoulder nice and strong, pushing away. Back to downward dog. Other side, left hand touches the leg. Look underneath the right armpit. The right shoulder is strong, pushing the ground away. Back to downward dog. Roll through the spine forward. Plank. Shift even more forward, come high into the toes, lower all the way down. Keep the elbows in as you move through chaturanga. Sphinx pose, bring the hands forward. Come onto the forearms, bring the legs wider apart. Open the front body. Try to create more length through the spine, through the body as you move into this first back bend of the practice. At least the first one we're holding longer. If you feel like going deeper, straighten the arms, press into the palms. One more deep breath in. And let's all lower all the way down to the ground. Slide the hands back. Set up to push up to plank. Come onto the toes. Straighten the arms, plank pose. Downward dog. Bring the feet together. Lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, walk the feet forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. With the legs straight, roll up to standing through the spine from the bottom to the top. Keep the breath going with Ujjayi. Arms reach up. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Release the hands down. Internally rotate the hands and the arms. Chin to the chest. Roll down. Keep the legs straight. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, low lunge. Step the left foot back. Untuck the left toes. Reach the arms up. Move the hips a bit more back. So for this time, and in this practice, we are trying to not come into a back bend, but instead reaching straight up through the spine, through the arms, and just pushing the hips a bit more forward. There's not much movement happening, but you feel the left hip opening up more. Last deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, half splits. Straighten the right leg. You can come onto the left toes or stay as they are. Deep breath in to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Rebend the right knee. Straighten both legs. Pivot both feet to the left for a standing straddle forward fold. Deep breath in to lengthen once more through the spine. Exhale to fold. Now if you have an inversion practice and you already want to come upside down this early in class, then go for it if that feels good for you. Otherwise, hang out here. Make sure the heels are wider apart than the toes. Melt down with the breath, allowing the breath to guide you deeper. Let's all come back into Prasarita, standing straddle forward fold. If you did any other variation, let's all take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. Move to the front of the mat, side plank on the left hand. Try to keep the right hand lifted as you stack the right foot on top of the left. Dorsiflex the feet so that the toes are reaching up towards the knee. That keeps the lateral arch of the left foot very stable, which is where your weight is right now on. Lift your left hip a bit higher up. Reach the right arm forward, up and over the head. Create more length on the right side body. Breathe into it. Last deep breath in. Exhale, right forearm down, forearm side plank on the right. Again, keep the lateral arch of the right foot active, stable. Lift your right hip a bit higher up. Deepen the breath. Reach your left arm up and over the head. Exhale, forearm plank, both forearms down. Let's press into the hands if you want to come a little bit deeper into this. Lift the elbows up for an extended plank. Bring the elbows down. Forearm plank. Lower the hips down. Sphinx pose again. Untuck the toes. Open the front body. To go deeper, seal pose is an option. I invite you to listen to the body, see what feels good. Feel what feels good, what the body is telling you. Last deep breath in, all together. Exhale, release all the way down. Set up to press up to plank. Come onto the toes and straighten the arms. Plank pose, downward facing dog. So if you're working on your float or your handstand forward, highly encourage you to practice that. Otherwise, we can just walk the feet forward between the hands. Let's all meet at a forward fold at the front of the mat. Deep breath in to lengthen, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. With the legs straight, roll up from the bottom to the spine to the top. It might take a few breaths. Inhale, the arms reach up. Exhale, hands down to the heart. Release the hands down. One more deep breath in. Internally rotate the hands, the arms, chin to the chest. Exhale, start to roll down. Keep the legs straight the whole time. Again, it might take a few breaths. We will all meet in a forward fold. Deep breath in, lift up halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, low lunge. Untuck the right toes. Inhale, reach the arms up. Keep the spine nice and long, reaching up through the arms, through the fingers. Engage the right glute to open the right front hip. Gently push the right knee forward, pull the left heel back. Make the legs, your foundation, nice and active. Last deep breath in. Exhale, hands down, half splits. Some people have to heel toe the foot forward, like me. Some people don't. Really depends on your proportions. Let's take a deep breath in, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold. Slowly release. We will move through a runner's lunge to Prasarita. Straighten both legs, pivot the feet to the right. Find a nice wide stance, heels out, toes in, deep breath in. Exhale, fold down. Any other variation here is welcome. Let's all come back down to Prasarita in case you explored your own practice. Let's take a deep breath in together, lift up halfway. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Without using the hands, we move to the front of the mat for a side plank on the right palm down. Try to keep the left hand lifted as you stack the left foot on top of the right. Press into the inner right hand, lift your right hip higher up. Remember those arches, the feet. Keep them strong. Reach your left arm up and over the head. Breathe into that space you create in the left side body. On your next exhale, left forearm down, forearm side plank on the left. Lift your left hip a bit higher up, more engagement in the left side body. Right arm over the head. On your exhale, right forearm down. Come onto both feet, forearm plank. If you already know you want to take a bit deeper option, straighten both arms at the same time for extended plank. Wherever you're at is great. You want to take slow, deep breaths. Release the forearm down if you had them lifted. All together on the exhale, hips down. Sphinx pose, untuck the toes. maybe right into seal. Straightening the arms. Last deep breath in. Exhale, release everything down. Keep the toes untucked. Bring the feet almost as wide as the mat. We're coming into upward facing dog. Straighten the arms. Broaden the collarbones. Pull the shoulders back. Look straight ahead. Glutes are super engaged. Last deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring the feet together. Take a deep breath in, lift the heels. Exhale, step, float, handstand the feet between the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Bend the knees for chair pose. Bring the hands to the heart. And try to keep the wrists and the elbows on the same line, same height. So you might want to lower the hands a bit more. Revolve chair twist to the right. Draw the belly in, hook the left arm outside the right thigh or outside the right leg. The option to stay here, or if you are familiar with side crow, great entry for side crow. For that you lift the heels, squat down, place the hands, keep the left arm connected to the right leg, lean forward into the hands, the fingertips, lift the feet up, point the toes. If you see this for the first time, you have no idea how to do it, check out the tutorial and skip it for now. Let's all come back to chair twist. Look down to the right toes. Start to lift the left heel up towards your hips. Extend the left leg back. Point the left toes. But keep the right leg bent as well. Try to lift the right side rib cage up off the right thigh. Last deep breath in. Exhale, land the left foot. Crescent lunge, both arms up. Lean forward, straighten the left leg, but keep the rib cage off the right leg. Now slowly reach the right arm back. The right hand is pulling you up. Start to bend the left leg for open crescent twist. One more deep breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. This time the high variation, so keep the heel down, keep the hips high. We're moving now with the hands to the heart forward for warrior 3. The left leg floats up. Reach back through the left leg, forward through the spine. Lower the outer left hip more down. Let's come into a Shiva squat. Left knee taps outside the right calf. From here we come up all the way to standing on the right foot. Draw the left knee up towards the chest. Shiva squat again. Left knee outside the right calf. Keep the left leg bent. The left toes pointed the whole time. Rise back up. Shiva squat. Rise up. Last one, Shiva squat. We're now going to extend the left leg to the right side. Come to the knife edge of both feet. Left fingertips down, right arm up. Keep the lateral arches strong by dorsiflexing the feet, the toes, reaching up towards the knees. Now we take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bring the right hand down towards the ground, making a big circle and reaching over to the left. Hold it there. Keep the breath going. Breathe into the areas where you create more space. Fill that space with presence. On the inhale, bring the right arm back up. Left palm down on the ground. Good foundation there. Start to bend the right leg more. Reach the right arm forward. Then draw the right knee up to the right armpit. Extend the right leg back. Shift the upper body forward. Floating starfish. Land the right foot. Starfish pose. Both legs are straight. Reach the right arm up and over the head. On your exhale, right hand down. Pull the left leg out for wild thing. Step the left foot up and over behind the right calf. If you want to go deeper, bend both legs for sort of a three-pointed wheel or left arm crab reach in animal flow. Let's all come back to wild thing. Plank pose, both hands down, both feet down. Shift forward, come high into the toes, chaturanga. Exhale, inhale, plank. Exhale, elbows down, knees down. Glide forward and through on your inhale, upward facing dog. With your next exhale, downward dog. And return back to the breath. Meaning bringing more awareness to the breath. Check in with the breath. Is it faster? Is it through the mouth? Make the adjustments needed. Close your mouth, breathe through the nose. Ujjayi. Deep breaths. Slow the heart rate down. Now in a moment we will come into chair pose again to the front of the mat. The option again to step float handstand. If you're handstanding, you can handstand into a little ball, tuck handstand, hold it there for a moment and then land the feet, come into chair pose. Let's all meet in chair. Hands to the heart. Lengthen through the spine. On your exhale, chair twist to the left. With every inhale, you lengthen through the spine, and with your exhale, you twist to the left by pressing a bit more into the palms. You can stay here or come into a side crow again to give the legs a break. That's the whole reason why we do arm balances, right? Lift the heels, squat all the way down, hands down, shift into the hands, keep the left leg connected to the right arm. Deep breaths here. And wherever you are. Land the feet again. Back to chair twist. Look down to the left toes. Shift more weight into your left foot. Draw the right heel up towards the right hip. Keep your left leg bent as you extend the right leg back. Point the right toes. Lift the rib cage up off the left leg. Draw the belly in, lots of length in the spine. One more deep breath in. On your exhale, land the right toes, crescent lunge. As you inhale, rise up. Lean forward, straighten the right leg. Again, draw the belly in, engage the core to keep the rib cage off the left leg. Slowly reach the left arm back. The left hand pulls you back and up. Bend the right leg. Open crescent twist. Last deep breath in. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. The high Skandasana, hands to the heart. Slowly come into Warrior 3. Land the left foot. Shift forward, right leg floats up. On your inhale, rise up to standing on the left leg. Draw the right knee up to the chest. And let's come down for a Shiva squat. Rise up, right knee to the chest. Down to Shiva squat. Rise back up. Down to Shiva squat. Now from here, extend the right leg to the left. Land the knife edge. Come to the knife edge of both feet, right fingertips down, left arm is reaching up. Dorsiflex the feet, straighten the left leg. Last deep breath in. Exhale, lower the left hand down, making a big circle, reaching to the right side, away from you, to the right. Deep breaths. Inhale reaches the left leg back, the left arm back up. Right palm down, good foundation. You know what's coming. We're reaching the left arm forward, left knee to the left armpit. Hold it for awkward side plank. Slowly extend the left leg back. Shift forward, floating starfish. Land the left foot, starfish pose. Reach your left arm up and over the head. Exhale, left hand down. Pull the right leg out. Wild thing. Or three-pointed wheel, aka right arm crab reach. Back through wild thing to a plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Plank. Knees down, elbows down. Glide forward and through for upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Bring the feet together. Lift the heels. Bring the feet between the hands. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Legs straight, roll up to standing. Reach the arms up. Palms touch, hands to the heart. Now chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Find a neutral spine here, so we don't want to tuck the tailbone too much. We don't want to stick the butt out too much. Find something that feels natural and long in the spine for you. Lift the heels. Start to bend the knees, slowly squatting down. Set the hips down for boat pose. Point the feet forward. Reach the arms forward. Keep the spine long. Now the option is always there to stay as you are. To decide to do nothing is also a choice, and it's up to you. Or set the heels down, or come down for a low boat, which I encourage you to try out if it feels okay for your body. Sometimes you have to try to find out, and then you notice it doesn't feel good and you change it. Maybe arms over the head, and wherever you are, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back up to boat. Try to not use the hands as we land the feet and come up to a squat. Now from the squat, many options. Again, the first one you might decide for is to do nothing and stay here. You can also come into crow pose, kakasana, if that's part of your practice. If you hear about this for the first time, now is not the time to try it. Check out the tutorial that we have on that one. Or nice entry for a handstand. So let's play around for just a minute or so here, and then we will all meet back in a squat. Let's all come back to a squat and back down to boat pose. Because why not? You want to do more breath work in this boat pose, right? So slow deep breaths through the nose as we're going through all this stuff. It sounds so simple, but now that you're in it, you know how it is. Lower down, low boat. Arms overhead. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in one go, we go to chaturanga. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, half, quarter, 0. Straighten the arms. Knees down, elbows down. Glide forward and through. Inhale, up dog. Shift forward, bend the arms. Chaturanga. Plank. Down dog. You probably have never thought that downward facing dog or even plank feels like a resting pose, but maybe now you understand a bit more. And maybe it's just me with the altitude feeling the practice in the body so much. Maybe you're at home, you're like, fine, what are you talking about, Flo? Such an easy class. That's also fine. It's not about who's practicing harder or who's doing the hardest stuff. We put these challenges in for a reason. Of course, they're good for the body, but again, the main intention is to create more space for the breath, to prepare the body for a seated meditation, and to breathe in all these different shapes and transitions to stay calm and slow with the breath. Just like we are trying to stay calm and focused as we're holding this downward dog, which seems like forever, and which feels like Flo is talking the whole time. So these are the challenges that arise, and maybe they're put in on purpose so that you can explore the voice in your head. What is it saying? And the more important question is, why are you listening, and why are you taking it so serious? Keep those knees up. Try to hold it. Let's just do 3 more breaths. Of course, those breaths are really slow because I'm the one counting. Okay, that was 3 breaths with my breath counts. Let's come into a yogi squat, malasana at the front of the mat, step, float, handstand, whatever you want to do to get there. Let's come into a squat. Welcome back to the squat. Not much squat talk today. That's somehow better suited on Patreon because they have more time. YouTube somehow is always short on time because I want to keep the classes kind of short. Let's sit the hips down. And I will rotate to my side. You can do the same for seated straddle forward fold. Bring the feet wide apart. You're not here for too long because you want to do some more breath work as well. And then walk the hands forward. Nothing better than a nice sweaty practice when you're just dripping sweat and everything's wet and you feel so calm but also so strong and you feel so centered. You feel the body and you're so with the breath and so connected with it all. Welcome to yoga. It's interesting because yoga is, for one, the goal, but also the practice. The goal to be one and in harmony with body, mind, and spirit, be in harmony with the whole Great Spirit, and to overcome the illusion that your individual consciousness is separate from the universal consciousness. So this overcoming is yoga, and the state that you enter is yoga. And yoga is also this technology and system that provides all these tools for you to get there. So it's the practice as well as the goal. Continue with those slow breaths. Let's just take 3 more here to fully surrender and relax. Press into your palms, push yourself back up. Use your hands to help bend the legs. Shake out the legs or windshield wiper. Wherever you are, you can stay there or you can rotate again on your mat if you want. For reverse tabletop, so we bring the feet down to the ground, the hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards your hips, and then lift your hips up, reverse tabletop. Just a little mini back bend to counter the last forward fold. But if you want more, then of course you can do more after this. On your exhale, release, lower the hips down. So now we're entering into the breathing practice of this class. So of course the class is going to be a little bit longer than I had anticipated, but that's okay. Let's just go with it today. You can either stay seated if you wish, or you can come onto your back, especially if you want to continue with the Shavasana right after. Then you can already come onto your back, but also you can do the breathing practice now and then come onto your back afterwards. So decide, and if you're seated, I recommend that you grab a pillow and you sit nice and tall. If you're on your back, then you relax there. So take your time to set everything up. And once you're there, relax on your back. If you're seated, sit tall. Place your hands on your legs, wherever it's comfortable for you. But we want to stay alert. We want to still stay present throughout this practice and not drift away already, especially if you're on your back. We will do Samariti, the box breathing or even count breathing, but we're doing it with a 7-second count. So the inhale is going to be 7 seconds, the hold 7 seconds, exhale for 7 seconds, and then hold at the bottom for 7 seconds. It's very straightforward. If 7 seconds is too much for you, then I encourage you to try it. If it's too much, then go down to 5 seconds, just on your own. I will guide you through 2 rounds, and then we just keep going on our own and do this breathing exercise. So sit tall, get ready mentally, close your eyes. Start to exhale all the air out. Take a deep breath in for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 7 on your own. Continue the practice on your own. Sit tall. Try to exhale a bit more. Just like an anchor of a boat going deeper and deeper down into the ocean. Try to send the breath really, the exhale really deep down. Because if you exhale more, you can also inhale more. Try to send more breath into the belly and then moving up to the chest, to the neck. And as you exhale, you reverse it from the neck down to the chest, to the belly. finish up this round, that means after the last exhale hold, you simply come back to a normal breath. Maybe take a few deep breaths first, and then let that breath settle again to its natural rhythm. Then I invite you to come onto your back for Shavasana. So you can get comfortable there. Palms are facing upwards if you're not there already. Let the body fully relax. And from controlling the breath, shift to observing the breath. Let your next breath be deeper than the last. Take a few deep breaths. Let your body fill up with fresh air. Let the body be energized with fresh air. Start to move whatever feels right. Start with small, gentle movements. Be kind to yourself. Slowly roll over to one side. Use your upper arm as a pillow. Eyes closed. Coming back to the intention of this practice. Oftentimes it's not so much that we want to add certain things to learn more about ourselves. Oftentimes the practice is to take things away. Peeling off the layers. Or taking out some and removing some dust and trash, if you will. So that what remains is more true to ourselves. And what remains is guiding us more to our true self. Slowly push yourself up to a comfortable seat so we can close out the practice together. Feel your way there. Take your time. Sit tall, relax the shoulders down, bring the hands to the heart. Bow the head down a little bit more towards the heart. So we can humble ourselves more, remind ourselves to humble the mind. Bringing the head a bit closer to the heart so we can understand the heart more and better, its wisdom and its guidance. Thank yourself for showing up today. Simply the act of showing up takes tremendous effort, and you did it today. Not only did you show up, but you made it to the very end of the practice. Sometimes all we need in those difficult times is to show up for ourselves every single day. Thank you very much for allowing me to share this practice with you today. With love and gratitude, Namaste. If you would like more longer classes just like this one, then you can check out the offerings on Patreon. All the classes there are at least 1 hour, so this one is almost 1 hour, and you will find a lot more and a lot longer classes, very similar to this one, on Patreon. So we would love to welcome you there, welcome you as part of the WOLFPACK in our exclusive community. See you in the next one. Much love.